Hello friends, welcome to this video. This is Rohit. Friends, in today's video we will try to understand how to use classes and objects in PHP. So let's start. So first of all, what class is actually? So class is a user defined data type. So to specify the design of object, we try to use class, concept of class. So while creating class, we specify the member variables and member functions within class. Okay, so class consists member variables and member functions that will be available within an object whenever we will try to create object of a class. So you can say class is nothing but a blueprint of a object. So by looking at class, you can get idea about your object, what your object will consist, what property it will consist, what methods it will consist. So all the methods and properties of object are available within class. They are defined within class. So class basically specify the structure of your object. That is nothing but a class. So class is a central concept of OOP. Anything you want to do in OOP, you need to create a class. You need to implement a class, and within class you will specify the member variables and member functions. Okay, so how your class look? So it look like this: class followed by class name, then within pair of curly brackets you will have first of all member variables, and then you will have member functions. Now friends, these member variables are nothing but properties of object, and these member functions are nothing but the methods of object. So properties are represented by member variables and methods are represented by member functions. So member variables will store the property values, whereas member functions will react on certain event. So this structure is called a class, and what it consists: member variables that are properties and member functions that are methods. So properties basically describe your object, how your object look, and methods basically tell how object will react on certain event. So basically we are trying to bring the real world object into virtual world, that is programming world. Any real world entity you can bring into programming world with help of object. So for example, car is a real world entity. So we are bringing car within this programming world and we will create object of a car. So in order to create object, first of all we need to create a class with name car. Then this car class will consist certain properties and methods. Now what are certain characteristics that will describe our car? So that there may be color, there may be model, there may be certain other features, okay, which will describe our car. So that all will be considered as a properties. And now what will be methods of car? So any functionality you can model in form of methods, like brake, accelerate, start, stop. Okay, all these will be methods. So that you will model in form of member functions. Later on you can create object, and whenever you will create object, so all these methods and properties will be available within object. So how you will create class car? Like this: class car, and now here I will specify the properties, that is nothing but member variables. How to specify it? So you need to specify the access specifier here. In OOP we know the concept of access specifiers. So there are three access specifiers: public, private, protected. Okay, so in some another video we will try to go in detail with that. And whatever property I will specify here, so that will be a public property. So I will write public $color. So like this I have created a property, and I can create a member function or method like this, function followed by my function name, and here I will write certain code whatever I want to do with this method. So here this is your member variable and this is your member function. So like this you may have n number of member variables and you may have n number of member functions as well, depend on what object you are modeling. So while specifying these member variables and member functions, you can also use these access specifiers which will tell who can access these member variables and member functions. So I may define this like this. Okay, so it will be accessible only by this class and its object, or I may create like this. So this will be accessible only within the child class of this parent class, you can say. Okay, in terms of inheritance concept. So these access specifiers also use while creating these member variables and member function. Now next thing friends, you can also assign some constant value to these properties. Okay, so you can assign like this kind of value to this property color. So this will be constant value. So properties can be assigned with certain constant value as well, like this. Or you can assign some another value, okay, by accessing this property within the member functions. So for that you need to use a keyword called this keyword. So this keyword basically gives you access to the current object. It is referred to the current object, okay, with which you will call this function. So with this keyword you can refer to the properties. Suppose I will refer this color like this, and here I can assign certain value. Okay, so this value I may take from parameters of this member function. Suppose I will take here C as a parameter. So I will simply assign this C value. So whichever value user will pass, okay, so that value will get assigned to this. So like this we can use this keyword for referring the properties of a class. Okay, now we will try to see what are objects. So object is another important concept. Okay, so object is, you can say, an individual instance of a class. That is the definition, instance of a class. So whenever you will create any class, in order to bring these properties and methods in action, you must have to create the object, you must have to create the instance. If you don't create object, this class will be of no use. This will has no effect because this code is not going to be executed. So in order to use these properties and methods, first of all you need to create the object of class. Then and then only you can refer the properties and methods which you have defined within your class. So once you define a class, you can create n number of objects from that class. Each object will have all properties and methods which you have defined within your class, and each object will have different property values. Every object will consist different data, but it will consist all properties and methods which you have defined within your class. So you can see this class as a design of object. What your object will consist actually, that you are specifying within this class. Means here itself you are designing a object actually. by specifying these member variables and member functions, you are actually designing the object, how your object will be, how your instance will be whenever you will create it. So ultimately object is going to consist these properties and methods, but there will be restriction like with this access specifiers. So objects are nothing but the instance of a class, and in order to use any property method we must have to use object. So how to create object in PHP? So we need to use a keyword called new here. New keyword we need to use. So this keyword will allocate memory to the object. And how to create object? Syntax is like this. I will write object name is equal to new, and here we need to write class name. This is how we will create the object. This is syntax. Now here this is any valid identifier name you can say. Then this is new keyword which is used for memory allocation to the object, and then class name followed by this parenthesis, and at last you will have semicolon. Okay, now suppose you want to create object for this class car. How you will create object? You will write object name is equal to new, and what is our class name? Car, followed by semicolon. So here we have created object of class car, and what is name of object? OBJ. Now this OBJ object will consist all properties and methods of this car class. What properties we have specified here? Color, model, okay, then function like start. So this OBJ will be able to get all that properties and methods within it, and you can refer them. How you will refer the property? How you will refer the method from a class? So you will write object name, then object operator like this, and then just write down the property name or the method name which you want to refer. How you will write? So you will write OBJ followed by object operator, property name. Suppose color I will refer here like this, or suppose I want to refer the method. So how I will write? I will write $OBJ object operator start like this. Okay, if this method is accepting any parameter, you can pass it here. Suppose like we have written here, we need to pass color here, value of color. So I can write here the value of color like this. This is how you will refer the properties and methods of a object. Now this is for only one object. You can create like this n number of object, and you can refer the properties and methods in the same way. So while referring properties and methods, we need to use one special operator, and this operator is called object operator. So it is made up of dash followed by greater than symbol. So this object operator is useful for referring the properties and methods of a class. These are certain basic things, okay, regarding classes and objects. Now we will try to move to actual example. Okay, so we will try to see classes and objects in action. Okay, so I will create one file here. I will go to the XAMPP directory and htdocs. Now here I will save my file demo.php. Okay, now here first of all we will create one class. Now let's say I will create class book details. This is my class name, and we want to store certain book details here. So what will be properties regarding book? So let's say we will create public book name. Okay, this will be first property. Another property I will create public price. This will be second property. Okay, like this you can specify n number of properties. Now after specifying these properties, we will try to create one method here. Okay, member function for this book details class. So I will write here function get details. So within this function we will try to get details of this book name and price. Okay, so I will write here parameter B and parameter P. Okay, and now we will assign whatever value we will receive here to this book name and price. So how we will refer this book name and price properties here? So again I will use this keyword here, this object operator, and write down your property name book name. So what value we want to assign to this book name? So we want to assign value B. Okay, in the same way I will write this. Another property we have price. So price is equal to $P, like this. Okay, so whatever value user will pass here, that value will get assigned to book name and price. Now this is the first member function. Now another member function I will create here, which will print our details. So I will write function put details, and this function will print our details like this. So I will use here h1 tag. Okay, and I will write book name is, here we will refer this book name. Okay, another statement I will write. So here I will change book price is, and here I will write price. Okay, so this put detail function will display this information. Okay, now our class is ready. See, class book details is our class name. There are two member variables here, book name and book price. Then two member functions are there. One member function is for getting details. Okay, this is parameterized method, you can say, where we have two parameters B and P. B represent the book name, P represent the price. So whatever value we will receive from user, we will simply assign them to our properties, and then we will print the details here. Okay, now our class is ready. Let's create the object. So I will create, let's say, PIC book is equal to new book details. Okay, now our object is ready. So I will call the function, let's say PIC, that is our object name, object operator. Now call the function get details, and see, this get detail function requires two parameters. We need to pass here two argument value. So first one is book name. So I will write here programming in C, and I will write price here, let's say 500. Okay, and now we will display the book details here. Again I will use PIC object, and now I will call another method put details. That's it. So our basic code is ready. Here we have created the object. So here we have called the first function get details and then put details. Okay, I will save this code, and let's try to execute this code in browser. What happens we will try to see. So I will write localhost /demo.php. Now you can see the output. Okay, book name is programming in C, book price is 500. This is for first object. Now as we discussed, we can create n number of objects. Let's say I will create another object here, PHP is equal to new book details. Now again I will invoke both of functions. Okay, one is for passing data and one is for getting data. So here I will simply change the title, programming in PHP, and let's say price is 800. Okay, so if I go to browser and refresh, you can see we get the details regarding another book. Okay, like this you can keep creating n number of objects whichever you want. Okay, once your class is ready, once your design is ready, the next thing remain is only to creating object and using it. So this is how we will create class and we will refer its properties, its methods. Another example we will try to see in the discussion. Okay, and another class we will create, let's say student class we will create. Now for student, what will be properties? So I will write, let's say f name. Another property we will assume branch. Some more property we will assume year. Okay, these three properties we will assume. Now one method we will create, function get data, and we will get this data from user. So I will take here three parameters, let's say n for name, b for branch, and y for year. Any name you can assume. Okay, now you need to assign this n, b and y value to our properties. So we need to use this keyword here, which will allow us to refer the properties of class. So I will write here this f name is equal to what value you need to assign, n value. Another statement, this branch is equal to b. Another statement, this year is equal to y. Okay, so we will assign our data using this get data function. Okay, now display your data. So for that I will write function put data, and simply I will print my data here. How I will print? So echo, let's say h1, and here I will write name is this, refer your property f name. This will be first statement. I will copy this. Second statement, third statement. Here simply I will change the property. Which property I need to refer? Branch. And here I need to refer year property, like this. Okay, so here respectively I will make change. Year is and branch is. These details are ready now. So this put data function will print the details. Friends, now our class is ready. Now next step, create the object. Let's say student1. I will create new, what is our class name? Student, like this. Now just call the functions. So I will write object name student1, and I will use object operator. And now specify your method here, get data. And as you know, get data requires three parameters, so just pass them here. So first I will pass the name of student, then I will pass the branch of student, and then I will pass the year, like this. Now our data we have passed, so print that data. So again I will refer same object, and now I will call which method? Put data method, because we want to print our data. This is how our code is ready now. Now we will go to browser and refresh. You can see we get our data here for object 1. Now in the same way I can create another object, student2 is equal to new and our class name. Okay, now again I will call these both functions. So just pass another values here. Okay, so suppose he is from IF and year is second. Okay, and if you go to browser and refresh, you can see we got data for another object. Friends, like this we can create classes, their member variables, their member functions, and we can refer them through the object like this. So friends, if you find this video useful, Please like and share this video. I will see you in next video. Thank you for watching.